Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back. For those of you that are new here, my name is Ashley Diane. I'm a 39-year-old mother of two, full-time teacher, and competitive bodybuilder with the Canadian Physique Alliance. Today is Valentine's Day, so February 14th, and it marks 8 weeks out from my competition. So I did my check-ins this morning. Here's how we're looking. Not much has changed. So if you've been following along in my journey, when I started prep, I guess in December, I was in a really good shape, to be honest with you. In past preps, I've dropped like 20, 30 pounds to get to stage, where this particular prep, I was like 7 pounds up from my current weight. So I dropped it pretty quickly, and we've just been coasting since December. So my weight today was 130.6, I believe. And the last 8 weeks, it's been up or down a pound. So pretty good. And yeah, I think at this moment, we're just maintaining. My food is slowly going up. My cardio is coming down. So my coach, Aaron, love Aaron. The goal is just to reverse me to show so I look full, I don't look depleted, and just healthy fitness model look. The category for fitness model is very different than bikini. They don't want you to be too lean. They don't want to see striations and separations. They want bubbly, full muscles, but, a tight core. And we're just kind of maintaining and coasting. And the focus really is just my glutes. I train them 3 days a week, and we're pushing to try to bring in some more lines in my back pose. And yeah, that's about it. How we're doing. Anyways, today's Valentine's Day. It is an early start to the day. It's only 8:20 at the moment, and I've already woken up, did my check-ins, had my coffee, did a bunch of Valentine's stories, shout out to my boyfriend, a post, these are pictures I took back in December when I did a photo shoot. So yeah, it's been very busy, and now I'm off to the gym because my boyfriend and I are doing something exciting. Our gym, Club 38, is doing this sweat with your sweetheart or something. I'm not too sure, but it's an hour and a half session. We do half an hour of spin, then a half hour of reformer Pilates, and then a half hour of hot Pilates. And then they give us a like strawberry pink smoothie afterwards. So we're going to go and do this. I'm really excited. The gym did this Galentine's thing on Thursday for girls, and I saw a lot of the photos, and it just was really pretty with balloons everywhere, amazing decor. So it will just be a fun time to support the gym, get in some activity, and, celebrate Valentine's Day. After our session at the gym, I did bring a bag with my clothes for work, as I do work at Kelsey's part-time on Saturdays. I have an 8-hour shift, so 12 to 8. I don't look presentable for work yet, but that's okay. I'm planning to get a little sweaty and not the cleanest. So I did bring my clothes, and I will likely shower at the gym, fix my hair. I don't know. I don't really wear makeup, but maybe a little blush so I look a little cute, I guess. But I'm going to get ready at the gym, and then I got a long shift at the restaurant. Can't say I'm excited for it. In the past, when I served through university, Valentine's Day was one of my least favorite days, as it's so busy and people are so impatient. Like, everyone wants to go out for Valentine's Day. The restaurant can only accommodate so many people. And even if we have the tables, the kitchen gets overloaded, and I don't know. Honestly, personally, I remember being in university and working at a restaurant. I worked at a Thai restaurant, and it was tiny. I think there was 15 tables, but then the tables would be packed. There'd be a lineup out the door. People would order takeout, and we'd tell them it was a 2-hour wait for takeout. And I remember, like, as a young early 20 something year old being like, why would people do this? This isn't even romantic. Like, to go to a packed restaurant with people lined up out the door, people coming and going to pick up takeout. I'm like, it's not romantic. But anyways, I'm working at the restaurant. Hopefully I'll make some decent money so just as a side thing, the restaurant is not my income, clearly. I am a teacher, but the money I make at the restaurant, my paychecks go to my propane bills because winter sucks in Canada. And then I save my tip money for like girly things like nails and lashes. But I'm also currently saving my tips to pay for my suit, which I'm going to order in like 2 weeks. So hopefully I make decent money and I can put it towards my suit. And when I am done work, I am going to go home and I'm having a dinner with my boyfriend, a Valentine's dinner. I picked up some stuffed chicken breasts a few weeks ago. They've been in the freezer, don't worry. From our local butcher shop. I love their food. They have great selection. So picked up some stuffed chicken breasts. We're going to do a salad and then just some rice. And then for dessert, as I am allowed a cheat meal once a week with Aaron, including dessert, we're just going to do cheesecake with cherry topping. So I think that will be way more romantic than being at a busy restaurant that's so loud and crowded. I'd rather, and especially if I worked 8 hours, I just want to chill at home with candles and eating dinner and just, yeah. So enough of that. That is what I am up to today. So I thought I'll take you along. I'll show you our little sweat with your sweetheart thing at my gym and then my evening tonight for Valentine's Day. But I'll catch you in the next clip. Hi YouTube. Today is Thursday, February 19th. I haven't really picked up the camera much the last little while. Last I left off was Valentine's. My Valentine's Day, going to the gym for the sweat with your sweetheart, and then my evening having a dinner at home with my boyfriend. On Sunday, I went to the gym and then I went to Home Depot. I guess you're really an adult when Home Depot is a fun date activity, but picking up some more things for our fireplace reno. We ended up picking up a flooring sample and later returned to Home Depot 2 days later to pick up flooring and redo the flooring on the main floor of my house. We're going to go, it is laminate, but go with a more natural wood color compared to the gray. And I'm really excited. The fireplace has not yet come in, so that reno is on a standstill until Napoleon makes the fireplace and then it's ready. So it's exciting to have a project to do in the meantime. And then Monday, I got really sick. I was doing meal prep. Things were fine. Went to the gym earlier. And around like 6 o'clock, I'm like, I'm just going to go lie down for an hour. And a couple hours later, my boyfriend woke me up and he's like, your kids are home. And I thought he was messing with me. I'm like, no, they're not. They're coming home Monday night. It's only Sunday. Let me sleep. He's like, no, Ashley, it's Monday night. Your kids are home. You have to go to work tomorrow. And I was just so out of it. I actually was even throwing up. Like a complete mental brain fog. So I took Tuesday off of work and I'm still feeling pretty rough. Like it's Thursday. I still don't feel 100%. My appetite's not there. My energy's not there. I feel like cold, chills, achy. Ugh, not great. So I took Tuesday off. And then fortunately, yesterday, Wednesday was a snow day. I did have to come to work, but it was such an easy day. I brought my heater and a blanket. I didn't do a whole lot, just a little bit on my computer, getting back to emails and coordinating some stuff for the weeks ahead. There was only 40 kids and I signed up for a 20-minute time slot to watch them. I had them clean up the activities they were doing before I arrived and read them a book. So it was great that my day back after being so sick was just a chill day because I can't use too many more sick days. But anyways, today is Thursday. The week's flown by. Despite being sick, I have been decent with my plan. Tuesday I train. Wednesday and Thursday are rest days, which I need. I haven't deviated from my meal plan, but I also haven't been eating as much just because I'm not well. So I will communicate that with Erin. And I did manage to practice posing yesterday. So I'm really happy with how it's coming along, adding some transitions that Erin wanted me to, really trying to hit that 10-second mark because I believe they're going to be really strict about that come this year. And yeah, that's about it. So today is, if you followed last week, today my son is cooking a special meal for my daughter. I printed his menu yesterday. And yeah, I will take you along and show you that special time that we have together. As this vlog is not just about prep, it's also about mom life. So I'm going to take you along with our adventures this afternoon. Catch you in the next clip. Hi YouTube. Today is Friday, February the 20th. Last night was a great evening where my son cooked for my daughter. He made 2 different kinds of pasta. I got flowers for her, as I think every little girl needs to get flowers from the men in their lives. So my son gave her flowers, which she loved, and we just had a great dinner. After dinner, we dove more into home renovations, as that's the other big thing in my life at the moment. We decided, as I said earlier in this vlog, that we picked up flooring and we're going to redo our floors. So yesterday, my boyfriend felt very motivated and ripped out a whole bunch of baseboards and flooring. And then my kids got involved, which actually was super cute. And I'm glad that they are a part of it. This is their house too. So them getting involved, it has more meaning, making memories, and they'll always remember it. So my house looks like ground zero. Such a disaster right now. All the flooring is ripped up. It's so crazy how my floors are ripped up, and literally where I was practicing posing a day before is now just subfloor. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do check-ins tomorrow, where I'm going to do check-ins, because all the floors on the main floor are a mess. So I'm not sure if I'm going to pose there. Like there's some cracks, like little gaps between subfloors. So I don't want my heel to go in there. I don't want to break my heel. I don't want to get hurt. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that will be a tomorrow, next week vlog thing. But my house is a mess. I am really excited for when the renos get done, but it is what it is. I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the washroom and I really struggled to go back to sleep. I think just the state of the house. And, when we pulled up the floors, I have a century-old house. It's 100 years old. But the people I purchased it from really cut corners when they remodeled it and flipped it. And pulling up the old laminate, you could see that as there's pieces, jigsaw pieces of plywood to make a subfloor. And some of the plywood is half an inch taller than other pieces. So that's going to be a mess to fix and just to clean up before we lay the new laminate. So that kind of was a little bit of a stressor last night. However, here's a win. So in the past, food would kind of be my default if I felt stressed. And after that dinner with my kids, they had little Portuguese tarts for dessert and there was some left. And then after my boyfriend ripped up the floor and told me how bad it was, in my head, I'm I'm just going to eat this Portuguese tart because it gives me a moment of satisfaction when I'm feeling stressed. But I didn't. I popped in a stick of gum and I did not deviate. So I'm really happy. Though, yes, I am allowed one cheat meal a week. It wasn't planned for yesterday, so I did not want to deviate. So that's a win. But yeah, my house is a disaster. So hopefully if you watch next week's vlog, I'll have some great news of updates and show you how beautiful it is. With renovations, they're always terrible and ugly before they get better. And honestly, right now is the worst it will ever look. I do need to remind myself that it's only going to look better and 100% it will be worth it. But yeah, definitely stressful to do renos during prep. Keep note of that if that's what you're also thinking of doing, but it'll be okay. But anyways, it's Friday. I just left work. It's only 10 a.m. I'm leaving early, running to my daughter's school because she is getting an award today. And then after she gets her award, I'm going back to work the afternoon. So I only booked off a small portion of the day. I'm trying really hard to make my personal absence days last, seeing how it's only February and I only have a small amount left until they reset at the end of the year. So just booked off a little chunk. My daughter doesn't know she's getting an award, so I'm excited to go there and surprise her. Then I'll go back to work. And it's my usual Friday after that. After work, drop my kids off, go to the gym, go to sleep, and then check in tomorrow. But despite this being a all over the place vlog and not sharing too much since I was sick, still not 100% by the way, but it is what it is. Hopefully this weekend I'll have a little bit of time to rest and recover, but I'm going to wrap it up. And I do thank you for following along. Please like and subscribe and I'll catch you next week when we are 7 weeks out. So that will be very exciting. So thank you and I'll talk to you soon.